Welcome back, people. Thanks again for tuning in. We are on a roll here. We just had a chat with the ADC. We tried to do our little acting and investigation and act like we're Shintani-san to figure out who he last contacted. However, last video said what? This type of shit doesn't happen over the phone. So yes, we're going to travel to the ADC yourself and see what the fuck's going on. Stay tuned.
Fighting for him in court made me sick to my stomach.
Do you think he deserves the death penalty?
That's enough of the questions, Sugiura.
Woof, my bad. Was that too far?
Nah.
If you say so.
Yagami-san? You're heading to the ADDC now, yes? I'm gonna grab a taxi for us. I'll wait for you over on Park Boulevard. I've heard a bit about this place before. But the ADDC, isn't it just one part of a larger organization? If I recall correctly, they call it the Medical Institute. Is that accurate?
Yeah. They own every last inch of this campus.
It's incredible. Even with all these buildings, they're still getting budget to expand from that new drug. So? Is it the same as you remember?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't go too far ahead, Yagami-san!
What are you all shaken up for? Calm down. Just stick with me and you'll be fine. Got that, Yagami?
Yagami-san! Try not to just ditch me, okay? Is something wrong?
It's just... After 3 years, it still looks the same.
Huh?
Almost like time itself has stopped.
Yagami-san.
Come on. Front desk's over there.
I believe Yagami-san might actually be experiencing some PTSD. Like we haven't heard like much from him or actually seen too much as far as his emotion and everything. He's kind of keeping everything bottled in. But I'm pretty sure he's still thinking about it, rephasing. He's trying hard. His whole motivation is like, I can't let Shintani-san name just die in vain, and I got to figure out what the heck is going on. Hoshino, I think he's taking the initiative here because technically we don't have our like lawyer license, so we can't present this information to the clerk or to the desk or this company itself because I'm pretty sure they already going to be on 10 toes trying to defend themselves because they already know they've been in criminal activity. So he's representing as us, but we're the firepower behind him. Let's see what the fuck we could do.
Just let him know Yagami stopped by to say hello.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Look over there.
Gentlemen, I really don't know what else you want from me. I have nothing more to say. I've told the police all that I know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this, Director. Problem is, my partner here won't give it a rest till he sees the scene of the crime. But I'm sure we'll be leaving soon.
That's not what we agreed upon. You know this isn't about how long it takes.
And what about Okubo? I take it he's still not fessed up.
No, not quite as of yet, sir. We all saw where the body was. Exactly where he said it would be.
Quite true. Not much point in fighting this now. The Minister has made it clear that he wants it resolved soon as well. Just look at how much trouble one contractor has caused.
Sorry, which minister? I didn't know about this, sir.
The Health Minister. It's all his call how much funding we get.
Director, if I may, if you would just direct me to the scene of the crime, I could head over there myself. I'll be out of your hair in no time, I assure you.
I'd rather you didn't wander on your own. So instead, she can show you. Terasawa-kun, these gentlemen here are Shintani Sensei and,
Yagami.
It's a pleasure. I hope I can help you find what you need.
Well, with that, I'll be taking my leave.
Thank you again, Director. Apologies for all the trouble.
This way. I can show you how to get to Waku-san's room.
Who's Waku-san?
The guy who died in his room?
Oh, yeah. And you are... Terasawa-san, huh? Wow, you're young. And a looker to boot.
Can we keep this professional?
Huh?
Nice try, Shintani Sensei.
Not the friendliest girl in town, huh?
We're not exactly...
My whole assumption of the PTSD typology thing is absolutely correct. I mean, my man Yagami-san just walked back into the nostalgia. He somewhat was in an environmental that probably targeted some type of trigger through the stimulus of his PTSD, because he's like, last time I was here, this is what happened. And maybe he's holding accountability towards himself like that. If back then I could have changed what happened then, what happened now probably wouldn't even have taken place.
This was the room assigned to Waku-san.
What's down there?
That's the research wing, where they develop all our new drugs.
Oh.
You can't get in without a gold key card, though. Not even I have one.
Gold, huh?
I suppose because it's the heart of the center's operations.
Huh. Sounds like it's a whole nother world back there. Security like that must be a bitch. Come on, Yagami.
Before he died, Waku-san spent most of his time in here.
And when was he admitted?
2 years ago. With Alzheimer's.
Some kind of dementia, right?
Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative disease that leads to dementia, yes. In fact, it's the cause of almost 70% of all dementia cases.
So, they're one and the same, kinda? Anyway, do what you gotta do, Yagami.
So me and Shintani, we went way back, man, since Sandbox days. I mean, he basically was like an idol to me, who basically taught me the ropes and was training me throughout his law firm. Well, Gender Sensei had the office, but he was the true lawyer that was in the field that was actually putting work in. Here we are in kind of like, I don't want to say this is a nursing home. Yeah, I could say it's a nursing home or a place with people with Alzheimer's, or she wants to say that previously had dementia that ultimately led to Alzheimer's. someone just died in a room and no one actually knew what happened. We're figuring out what the heck could someone see. We see this bright ass window. We don't see no cameras. I'm not sure if we've seen any cameras, no, which is the weird part. There's no cameras inside the room. I guess it's gotta respect a certain amount of privacy. However, myself working in this type of field, there are cameras. You need cameras for shit like this to happen, or any type of abuse or any type of medical malpractice that might happen. Here we found this window and we like, wait, so you telling me if somebody was seeing from this window, they couldn't tell, you know, what was going on or what they might have seen? So we're going to use that against them.
You can definitely see what's going on from out here. Shintani-sensei, can you lay on the bed for me?
I guess so. Care to join me, Terasawa-san? What do you got to lose? It was a joke.
So from this vantage point, you can't make out the person's face.
So, was this the colossal waste of time I knew it'd be?
Nope. I got something I'd only get from being here.
Does it matter? It's been days. Case is practically closed. Shinpei Okubo is guilty as hell.
Well, according to him, he's not.
Of course that's what he says. Consider the facts, though, man. You want to review the case?
Sure. Let's go over what we know so far.
Whatever you want. All right, here we go. Our victim was the patient staying in this room. Koichi Waku, male, age 66. At 8:30 a.m. on the morning of the crime, the nurses noticed he was missing from his bed. Given Waku's degenerative state, they assumed he was wandering around the hospital somewhere. But after being unable to track him down, hospital staff filed a missing persons report.
Right.
You know what a dementia patient's like, though. Hard to imagine they'd make it outside on their own. The only conclusion then was that somebody must have taken him out of the hospital. After inspecting all the cars that came in and out of the center, they were left with one possible suspect. A laundryman by the name of Shinpei Okubo. It didn't take much prodding for Okubo to confess burying Waku's body out in the mountains. And lo and behold, 3 months after Waku disappeared, the cops found his body rotting away right where Okubo said it'd be. Cause of death was most likely suffocation, but they still don't know for sure. Any objections to this so far, Yagami-sensei?
Actually,
And what's that?
Okubo-kun insists he didn't kill anyone. All he admits to is dumping the body.
Oh, sure. But come on, Yagami. Guy's got a history of assault, and it's roughed up his girlfriend. Accidentally broke her finger.
Right, but that was over 6 years ago. He was just a kid. Got drunk, made a huge mistake.
And what? It's okay for a kid to hit a woman?
Of course not. But that's not what he's on trial for.
True.
I don't condone what he did. But legally, committing one crime doesn't mean you're guilty of another.
Fine. But what about Okubo's shaky alibi? He said he left the center at 10 a.m. after grabbing the sheets from the general ward. Claimed Waku-san's corpse somehow got loaded into his truck. Who's gonna believe garbage like that?
If anyone should, it's his lawyers.
We're meeting with Okubo after this, right? You should just be honest with him. Tell him the case is unwinnable.
Are you two done here?
Yep. The service entrance, I think it was. That's the only other place we'll need to see today.
They're actually being real life detective. I mean, we're carrying the stigma of previous retention or previous criminal cases or any type of offense. Obviously going to build your character. So we say, hey, if you do it one time, you might do it 3 times or twice before you do it 3 times. But who knows how many times you're actually going to do it. But once an offender, they say you're always an offender. Look at this judicial system. It's fucked up in reality and it's fucked up in virtual reality. But who's the true judge here, huh? Who's the true judge? Me, you, them, the light warriors? Who? The people who wrote the Constitution? The founding fathers? This fucking crooked ass fucking ADD? You tell me, man.
Hey, Yagami, you're never gonna last if you keep taking cases like this. Criminal suits are a constant test of your conviction, your sense of justice. They don't even pay that well.
Careful who you say that around.
Look, just chill out, okay? Looks like a regular old garage to me.
You'd make it out with no problem if you put a body into your truck down here. It's quiet.
It is.
Hey, Yagami, check this out. These are the carts they use to collect sheets and linens. Day of the crime, Okubo was all over the hospital with one of these things. Would have been simple for him to sneak a body in there and cart it right out.
Maybe so. Where was Okubo parked on the day of the incident?
Oh, the truck was parked here, with the back facing the elevator.
I see.
That's proof enough that the body was there. And when they confronted Okubo, he flat out admitted it.
The entire place is
evidence
spacey
that
as
the body
hell.
was in Okubo's
It's
truck.
echoey. The audio could be heard from, I'm pretty sure, from inside. I mean, what's up with security? How did the body get outside? And if he walked away and left, and through this case of dementia and was demised through different dimensions and just said, hey,
Waku-san
I was here, now I'm there, now I'm dead in the park.
He claims he
Why
saw
is that
a
not
motion
being seen? I
cross
mean,
the
this proof is pretty much in the
scene.
pudding. This is really like a
tried to
common
get
sense
appointments, but they
case,
shut me
and I'm
down.
just confused on
Said they don't want
how
us
it's not
interfering
solved.
with their
And
research.
we know who
willing to make an
who
exception
probably
this once?
did it,
This
possibly
isn't an
did it.
issue you wanna
To do
push,
Okube.
Yagami.
How did he know where
Worst
was
case
the
scenario, you
location
get
of the
charged
body
with
was?
witness intimidation.
Or somebody forcing
Right,
him
right.
to give up this type of
Anyway,
information? Or kind of take the
victim
plea
was
because
last
they're
seen at
holding something else
7:50.
over his
That's
head.
right. Breakfast is at 8 o'clock, so the patients who can walk on their own gather in the break room. But on the day of his disappearance, 8:30 came and went with no sign of Waku-san.
You thought you'd find him quickly. Didn't exactly turn out that way.
Right.
Got that, Yagami? Here, let's go over some more details. What we know is, Waku was taken out of his room sometime between 7:50 when he was last seen, and 8:30 when everyone noticed he was gone. During that 40-minute span, somebody suffocated Waku and stuffed him into the laundry bin. Nobody suspected there was a body in the cart. And the only clear culprit was Okubo, the man in charge of the laundry. To further back this up, DNA evidence from Waku was found in Okubo's truck. Then when the police questioned Okubo, he confessed to burying the body in the mountains of Okutama. 3 months after the crime, Waku's corpse was finally found. With me? This thing's airtight, Yagami. I know you're getting into this, but come on. Just give it up already. You don't have a chance.
Even though Okubo says he's innocent, I promised him we'd do everything we could.
Not my problem. You shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Fine, then I'll do it alone. You don't have to be involved.
Even if I'm not, the loss will hurt Genda-sensei's reputation.
I'm sorry, but our client says he's innocent. I can't back down from this.
Fine. I'll be in the lobby.
If you like, I could take you to see Waku-san's room again.
You don't mind? That would be great.
Wow, and this is a true case, true matter with law firms too. I feel like, in my opinion, these people who are picking and choosing, infiltrating those who are they representing in order for a rate or a certain status or their form to increase
finished?
the ratio of cases that they won versus cases that they lost.
Not
They'll
yet.
rather take an
Just a
easy
little
case
longer.
or have someone take the deal just to say that they solved the
Window
case,
sealed shut.
rather than try
No
to
way
defend an
Waku-san could've
innocent
escaped from here.
person with kind of 5 fingers pointing towards them to deflect that, which can actually present the quality of work that the company is actually capable of doing, rather than just worrying about the quantity of, I won this case, I won this case, I won this case, and I didn't lose this case. So now Shintani is basically going against my grain or my really thoughts. I understand the DNA is in the evidence, but I mean, if our
How
clients
long
say
will Okubo-san's
they're innocent,
sentence be?
regardless if we know the truth or not, what
If
is our
he's found
job?
guilty, that
Prove
is.
that they're innocent
Probably
and that they're
10
not
years,
guilty.
maybe more. It's hard to say for sure.
And what if he confesses? Would they shorten his sentence?
Well, at the very least, it'd make a better impression than insisting he didn't do it.
But you're still going to push an innocent plea? Even though Okubo-san is the one who'll suffer for it?
If he's really not guilty, he won't have to. I'll win. But to be perfectly honest, this is my first criminal case.
What?
Civil cases have been a mixed bag for me, too. I've actually lost more than I've won.
Is that so?
Apparently, a smart lawyer would never even consider an innocent plea in this case. Guess it's a good thing that I'm not so smart then, because I honestly believe I can win. Terasawa-san, were you close to Okubo-kun?
I spoke to him pretty often, yes. I would see him around the ward all the time.
And what did you think of him? Did he seem like the kind of guy who'd do something like this?
I'm sorry. The director told us not to say too much.
Wait! If you know anything that can help, just get in touch, okay? I'll do whatever it takes to set Okubo-kun free. But I can't do it alone. Just give it some thought, Terasawa-san. Just now, we went to the ADDC. Thought I should have a look at things with my own eyes.
And how did it go?
There's no chance you walk. You're practically a lost cause.
Hey,
Yagami-sensei, is that what you think?
it's like this, Okubo. You tell me you're innocent, and I'll fight to the end. I really have nothing to lose by helping you out.
It's just like I told you. Whoever did it is framing me.
On the day of the crime, you were in the general ward of the ADDC, yes? Starting at 8 a.m., you went around to each room and gathered the linens.
Yes. Nobody would dispute that.
And after that, you covered Waku-san's nose and mouth, suffocated him, and then carted him out in a laundry bin.
That's not true. Waku-san wasn't there when I went into his room. I didn't see him at all that day. You have to believe me.
And I do. So when you went down to leave the center at 10 a.m. after gathering the linens, you realized there was a body hidden in the truck.
Yes. That's what happened.
Then, after debating whether or not to report the body, you chose to hide it in the mountains.
I had a criminal assault on my record. I knew the police would have suspected me if I went to them.
Aren't you forgetting the bad blood you had with Waku-san?
Huh?
Bad blood? What are you talking about?
3 days before the murder, Waku-san claimed Okubo-kun here punched him and stole his wallet. They told me all about it at the center.
When did you even ask?
While you were busy chatting up Terasawa-chan. Even if I bitch about it, I'm still damn good at my job.
Well, Okubo-kun, did you take his wallet or...
Not quite. They call it delusion of theft. It's a symptom of dementia. You think something's been stolen from you, then blame the first person you see. Not the easiest thing to deal with, right? Someone accuses you of theft for no reason? Must have been a shock. So when Waku-san tried to hit you, you just about hit him back.
But I didn't hit him.
No, you murdered him.
I wouldn't kill a man over something like that.
Ah, I wish I could believe you, pal. Come on, Okubo-kun. You got a record of violence.
It wasn't me. I swear. Somebody set me up. Please, you have to believe me. Whoever did this is laughing at all of us right now.
Calm down.
Yagami-sensei, do you believe me?
I do.
Okay. Then next time, come alone.
Fine, I can take a hint. You and Yagami-sensei can cuddle up all you want.
Hey, you know that nurse, Terasawa-san? Cute girl. Sounded like she was worried about you. Bet you'd have a chance with her once you get out of here.
I don't know. If you'll excuse me.
So Shintani just left you hanging, huh? He's gotta learn some damn patience.
Maybe so. But this is my case now. I can handle it myself.
Huh. Okay.
Yagami-san.
Hmm?
Have you seen Mafia lately?
Where's this coming from?
She's just not that great with men. I suggest you be more assertive.
Right. Okay.
You mean that friend of yours, Saori-kun? She's got Shintani all riled up. Said he'd have been nicer to you if he knew you had friends who looked like her. Jackass.
Hey, nothing's official yet, guys. Regardless, keep it on the down low, okay?
Yet? That word says more than you think.
Mafia-kun's a prosecutor, right? Isn't it kind of taboo for her to date a defense attorney?
Can we not do this?
Either way, guess the Okubo case comes first. Pleading innocent, yeah?
That's the plan.
What is your plan here? This isn't gonna be an easy win.
Well, I'm working on that. There's one piece of evidence that still bothers me.
Yeah? And what's that?
This has me wondering how long ago was this situation taking place, because Jinta Sensei hasn't aged a bit. The woman that's the secretary, she hasn't aged a bit. Mafiu, I believe that is a girl that I dated, and she was a prosecutor while I was a defense attorney. So of course we're working on different ends, and if we represent two parties that has the case, I feel like that would be a conflict of interest. But hey, we're not to speak about that. But as we're here, this is our first case. A lot of people around us that's supposed to be our idols are kind of, I feel like they're doubting us. They're like, come on, like they want to say, listen, Yagami-san, you're a rookie here. This case got too much pressure. It's not something that you want to mess with. It's going to deal and decrease the representation of the whole law firm. Just stand back. But you know, stubborn minds are sometimes pretty fine.
The premise that the victim was still alive at 8 o'clock would no longer be on the table, meaning the crime could have occurred during a much wider time range. With that in mind, we could claim there's no proof that Okubo took Waku-san out of the room.
Right. Not bad.
What the hell's your problem?
Was that Shintani?
I think so.
That bastard. Oh, was eavesdropping on you.
What the hell?
I tried to stop him, but He pulled a stun gun on me.
I mean, he's a lawyer. He doesn't carry a gun, because that's what the first thought I was saying. Why the heck he didn't carry a gun? Who sent this woman? So, anyways, we jumps out the window like Spider-Man. Lands on our knees. Knees of Hercules. Don't hurt. We drop down. We're chasing her. We're running after her. This got me thinking. Shintani been knew what the heck was going on with the ADC. He been knew some type of evidence. This is way back then. This is before his death. This is prior to anything. He already knew that the director was a little sketchy, and I think he was trying to push me away from the case, not because he didn't believe in me. I know I'm changing directors. I'm swooping and dodging crowds. Not that he didn't believe in me, but more so because he was trying to protect me. Because who was that? This better not be a woman. Shintani, you better not have lost to a woman. I get it, a stun gun, but man, you better Harlem shake your ass, static shock him, grab him, pull him down to the ground and yell or shout or something. We just open up the door, they're going, they're all the way downstairs. She's a runner, she's a track star. She won't go nowhere, she won't get far.
A woman?
Help! Someone help me!
Aren't you Terasawa-san?
Let me go!
We got a groper out here? Scum of the earth! Not on my watch, you son of a bitch!
That's a shame. You see how easy that is? I mean, people been trying to do it. I mean, I seen people dress up as a woman before and commit crime. I mean, not in person, but I mean, the worldwide news will show you all those things. But look how society is, man. We can run around. This woman can go stun people, kind of trespass here. Well, I guess it's a business. I guess you can come depending on the policy there. We're not gonna be too technical here, but anything. What I'm saying is, imagine a woman just shoots somebody inside of a building, run out, the person catches them, so clear the fence, and scream, "Ah, somebody help me!" And she gets to get away. And where's she at? Right now, while I'm freaking socking and boppering and uppercutting these motherfuckers like Ryu, I'm not going to be able to catch this woman. Or was he a she, or he was a they, or them, or whatever you want to say. Because nowadays, you got to understand, you got to respect that society can have multiple genders. Bodies all over the ground. I kicked him, her, them, they, there, where, there, everywhere, dead. She stayed around.
Can all lawyers fight like that?
Did you really need to run away like that? I assume you came to see me.
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, yes. But I wasn't sure if I should. Then that pig-headed friend of yours started shouting, so I just lost it.
Okay, but did you have to tase him? Not that he didn't have it coming. Anyway, I'm listening if you want to talk. No matter what it is, I'll keep your secret. Anything you tell me will fall under client attorney privilege.
Well, you know the witness who last saw Waku-san? Said he saw him sleeping in his bed.
Uh-huh.
Well, that witness is a man by the name of Shono-san. He's one of the scientists at the ADDC. Not only that, but he's the director's right-hand man, too.
And this is him?
Yes. He's a very dedicated doctor, so the nurses have a lot of faith in him. But something felt off when I heard what he had to say about the incident.
And what's that?
I guess I'm just skeptical as to whether or not he actually saw Waku-san. I don't think he's intentionally deceiving us, but he may be mistaken somehow. And if I had to guess, I'd say the other nurses feel the same.
Still, why hasn't anyone mentioned this until now?
How could we? Nurses talking about a doctor behind his back.
I could be wrong, but this might be the prosecutor that Ginger Sensei was talking about off of you. It seems like she had some type of evidence that she wanted to tell me, but she only wanted to tell me. I'm not sure why she had to go in there with a stun gun and stun people. Well, listen, we're pretty much deep in this plot here. I don't want to bore you guys too much. It's pretty interesting. Tune in for the next episode, I'm going to cut it off here. See you guys. Court case coming up. Tokyo District Courthouse. District Courthouse.
I am currently employed as a
Bye-bye.
researcher at